So I originally applied to a bunch of schools, and Holland College seemed like a great option for a bunch of reasons. It was quite close to home. It seemed like the students there, I went to an open house, and they were all like a family. Like there was so many people talking to each other all the time, and the instructors were in on all the jokes and everything. Like it seemed like a great spot. So once I came in here and I saw all the computers in the lab, I was like, oh, this is my thing. Like this is exactly what I want to do.
I grew up doing musical theater from when I was about 10 till I want to say 17, and I kind of got discouraged by a lot of people to go into that program, so I didn't, and I took the ECE program when I was 18, and I did the 2 years and I graduated, and then I got a job, and I kind of felt like something was missing. Like I would sing for the kids and I would play guitar and I would do circle time and play my guitar and sing, and like everyone was like, wow, why didn't you do that? So it was like May or July, and I just decided that I would audition, and if I got in, then I would go, and if I didn't, I would continue my job. So yeah, that's how I got here, and I love it so far. It's pretty fun. I feel very fulfilled now.
I'm an instructor in the music performance program here at Holland College. We call it School of Performing Arts, or SOPA for short. And it's a 2-year program, 4 semesters, in contemporary music styles. And we cover everything from music theory and ear training, music notation, to arranging and ensembles in a variety of different genres, as well as aspects of music technology and the business of music.
You're going to get the fundamentals to be able to work and communicate as a professional musician, meaning you know about music theory and harmony. You learn like the skills to put that into use in a musical setting for either like a rock, country, jazz combo. And there's possibilities, like we have the pathways to other institutions as well. So we can take what you've done at Holland College, and then you can be more specific with your education after your time at Holland College. But what you learn here will set you up for any of those different pathways afterwards.
When I was coming into the program, as a high school musician, I thought that I was already at a high level. I had a lot of experience with shows and being on big stages and theater and just all of the stuff that I thought would make me a good performer. I had a lot of experience with, and I'd been told, you know, that outsider perspective of you're doing really great. And I always felt that. But when I came here, I discovered that I could expand so much further, and that I didn't have to put myself in a box of just being good at one thing, that I can dip my toes into so many others and figure out what is working for me.
In the world of music education at a post-secondary level, a lot of programs tend to focus singularly on one genre or another. A lot of universities and colleges focus on either classical music or jazz music. One of the big focuses of this particular music program is a multi-genre approach. So students cover a variety of genres throughout the 4 semesters. And so, for example, the first semester joins rock and roll and country music. The second semester joins R&B and pop music. The third semester joins Celtic and Akkadian music. And the fourth semester joins jazz and Latin music.
My favorite class is harmony, even though it's very hard, but I think I learned a lot of like chord progressions and like how to use the chords, such as this thing, and I think it's like very interesting, and I have never like learned things like this before, so I think it's kind of like a new journey for me.
If you think of music as a language, you read, speak, and write the language, and we are very much doing that in ear training, where we'll have to hear something and be able to write it down, see something and speak it.
We've learned so much, just harmony, and we've learned so much of the skills and how to apply it, and how to push our music further, and how to make things sound more interesting, and how to do things properly, how to notate a piece of music so that you can hand it out to a group of people and they understand what you're trying to say. And it's a skill that you're not going to get if you're on your own. You can maybe learn things here and there on a YouTube video, but you're never going to get the same experience of being in a class with someone, sharing their experience and saying how it will impact you professionally.
The thing that's special about this place is that it teaches you how to be a musician. It doesn't just teach you about the music itself. There's a business course here that runs all 4 semesters. You get to learn, firstly, your music licensing, then you get to learn about the music technology, then the business of music, and then marketing of music. So there's all these different levels of the business that you get to take.
The features about SOPA that we're really trying to highlight is our production and writing for video games and music licensing. These other courses that are in the past may have been out of the reach of many musicians because of technology and the amount of equipment that were required. But nowadays it's very attainable for musicians to utilize that as a revenue stream. So you develop your skills as a performing musician, as a recording musician perhaps, and also as a producer. And these things very much go hand in hand.
All of the teachers are knowledgeable about what they're teaching, and it's super easy to ask for extra help.
Pretty much every teacher here is knowledgeable in their field. Like the teacher of music business, you could come to him with any business question and he'd be able to answer you. If you come to the piano teacher and you ask what this chord is, he'll know it off the top of his head just like that. It's so quick.
My private lesson class and ensemble classes, definitely I got a lot of feedback, so now I feel better as a performer, but also my confidence has grown so much from this program.
And I see quite a few different types of students, and we have a version of the student who may have gone through a lot of formal training in their young life, do maybe high school band, private lessons, choirs, and those kind of things. And sometimes you have some students who totally learned on their own, playing guitar, drums with friends. Maybe they learn a little bit online, more informally. And I think both of those students gain a lot from coming to SOPA, where they learn to contextualize that information, that skill set they have, learning informally, and then they learn to musically, socially interact with others for those who are more formally trained, and those walls between those two worlds kind of break down, and there's a lot to gain from those 2 types of students and 2 types of backgrounds.
Courses in the program take place in a variety of different venues. Some more theoretical or history-style courses take place in a traditional classroom. Some more hands-on courses or technology-driven courses take place in our computer lab. And our ensemble courses take place in our rehearsal space, the SOPA Garage.
This program is a really small class size, so everyone gets to know each other super well. And I feel by the end of the year, everyone's just super close, and it's you're graduating with your friends.
In general, the class sizes are quite small. Theory classes are 15 to 20 students. The larger classes are around 20 to 30 students. Ensemble classes are 5 to 6 or 7 students in a room making music together. On top of that, every student takes a 1-hour lesson weekly with a private instructor, one-on-one, studying just their instrument or voice.
A lot of students do a lot of different things. So a lot of students, obviously you'd click with them personality-wise. Sometimes you don't get as involved in what you do just because some people are singer-songwriters, other people play their instrument, they gig, other people do studio recording. There's so much variety. But people talk to each other all the time. We share our experiences. We all do the same things in the school, and then we go outside of the school and all have our own things going on, and we come back and report what's going on and talk to each other. It's just great that way.
Being in this program gives you this sort of web that connects you to everyone that's been here. And you all have that shared experience, and you all know what it's like to be in Shot's Keyword Harmony class. And it's all wonderful.
The thing about a music program like SOPA is that you make connections with the students here, and then you also have this sort of broader connection of SOPA students past and ones upcoming. And those friendships and networking connections that you made currently go on beyond your 2 years here at SOPA.
I guess the main attraction here is actually the Florence Simmons Hall. We have access to the hall kind of whenever we want to use it. There's sound tech students here that allow us to be able to use the facility with sound, so we're able to connect to the systems and play our music through that and kind of do a demo of a show if we want to.
In the last semester of the program, each student puts together a capstone project, either a public performance or a recording project. And for those public performances, they put together their own band, they put together their own set list, they rehearse their band, and they take full responsibility for what goes on stage. And then they put on this performance for the public, and it's a really, really great celebration of the skills that they've learned over the 2 years and the incredible diversity of interests within the program.
I think the process it's hard, but it's fun. Like every time when you learn some new knowledge, you find out, yeah, I'm improving. Like I love how when I see I'm growing.
This course gave me more confidence to like go out in public and like do my own music. So like since this program, I've released one song and I have another song coming next month. And I don't think if I didn't take this program, I wouldn't have released my own music like at all.
I love teaching in this program because I'm surrounded by so many people who share the same passion of music that I have, and every day I get to see the future of music.
I just think this course is super helpful if you're trying to become a musician. It's super fun, and it's a really good program to help build your skills as a musician and confidence.
Music is something that I loved to do before studying it. I loved while studying music, and now I'm lucky enough to be able to teach it, and it's a real privilege.
The music performance program is very challenging, but you will definitely grow.
I would say, honestly, the biggest thing to get ready for when you're coming here is just to be able to join a community. Get ready to be able to interact with all these other musicians. Get ready to open your mind to everything else going on because there's so much to music.
It's completely and totally worth it.